In this lesson, we'll explore how to import and add effects to your logo. Add text, import, modify, and add effects to images. Import and manipulate sketches and designs. Make animations, and how to export PowerPoint files with different formats. PowerPoint is great for integrating images, designs, logos, and other graphic materials that you'd like to include in your presentation. Let's see how to import a logo into the program and applying some cool effects. First, we head over to Illustrator and open a file with the Attribution logo. We can't drag and drop Illustrator files into PowerPoint. Well, actually you can, but they turn out grainy. So we select the logo, go up to File, and scroll down to Export Selection. We leave the location at Desktop, make sure that the resolution is set at 300 ppi, which is a good quality, and not too heavy. The format as PNG, and click Export Assets. You can export your selections in any of the formats listed, like a PDF or a JPEG. The great thing with a PNG is that it turns the white background transparent. Now Illustrator has created a folder on the desktop containing the PNG file, so I move it into the folder with the other files I'll use for this presentation. I want to place the logo on top of my first slide, so we go up to Picture, pick Picture from File, and the logo appeared. We can't see the text because it's black, only the white bounding box. But there are several easy ways that we can make it appear and looking great. We begin by selecting the rectangle with the background color and pick a light gray shape fill color. You can apply some great effects to your files. One of my favorite is the reflection tool. We select the logo, head over to the Format Picture area and click on Reflection. A beautiful reflection appears by clicking once on the white dot next to Distance. Here you can modify the transparency, size, blur, and distance by moving the white little dots. To remove the reflection, you select No Reflection. The shadow effect can look amazing on a logo with a transparent background. You can apply it by selecting the type of shadow that you want in the tab under the white square, and can tweak the transparency, size, blur, angle, and distance. To remove the effect, you click on No Shadow with your logo selected. So how can we modify the logo to appear on our black surface? It's actually really easy. We select the logo by dragging the mouse over the slide in the area that we know that it's placed. Then we head over to the Format Picture area, click on the last tab with the drawing of the mountains, and click on the button next to Presets. And you see a lot of versions of our logo appearing. These are all different color options for us to choose from. And we'll stick to sober light gray. If you want to apply text in PowerPoint without using the large default text boxes, you can add text by clicking on the text box tool and clicking once on your slide to place it. To write, you just type in your text on the keyboard. To move the text, you click on the box and drag it with a mouse. By pulling the bounding box, we can make the text box more narrow. And you see how the text is moving inside. With the text box selected, you can change the alignment, type of font. The program has tons of different fonts for you to choose from. Color, add ballpoints or numbers, the case, and the size. You can change the whole text by selecting the bounding box of the text tool, or change just a part of the text by highlighting it with the mouse and then changing the attributes. You can also add any of the effects that we explored for the logo to any text that you type in the program. Here, I've typed in the text that I want to add to present the collection, right after the front page in my presentation. To get the same black background color, I go up to the first slide, select and copy the black rectangle, return to the second slide, right-click with the mouse, and scroll down to paste. The rectangle appeared on top of the text, so we go to Arrange and pick Send to Back. And now our text is visible on top. To add photos to your presentation, you can either drag and drop them onto a slide, or import them by going up to Picture and select Picture from File. When we select an image, it immediately appears on the page. In the area to the left, a bunch of design ideas appear to help us create a layout with a new photo. If you can't see the design ideas, you can make them appear by heading over to Home and click on Design Ideas. To apply a design idea, you just need to click on one that you like, and the slide adopts it right away. If you change your mind and want to go back, just undo by using the shortcuts on your keyboard, or going up to the Edit menu and select Undo. You can move images on the slide by clicking and dragging them with the mouse, and resize them by dragging the bounding boxes. To manipulate the photo to fit the slide, we right-click with the mouse and select Crop, and a bounding box appears. By pulling on the black shapes, we set the dimensions and the position that will contain the photo. This bounding box constrains the image inside of it. With Crop selected, we can move and scale the image inside the cropped area. To see the entire photo and have it blend nicely on the page, we go up to Shapes, select the square, place it on the slide, and drag it into position. We'll cover just enough of the image to blend it with the plain part of the slide. With the rectangle selected, we head over to the Format Shape area and select Gradient Fill. The gradient color is already set to white, which is the color that we want. To modify the gradient, we click on the plus and an extra color swatch appears. And we manipulate the gradient by moving the swatch until the look is the way that we want it. The rectangle has an outline that we don't want, so we remove it by going up to Shape Outline and select No Outline. PowerPoint also provides nice layout solutions for you to choose from when you import images. Just click on the one you like and place it on the slide. To place the text on top of an image, we select the text tool, click on the slide to place it where you want it to be, and modify the font type, size, and so on. You can give your font a specific color by clicking on More Colors. Select the color picker, move it over the area with the color that you want to copy. Click with the mouse to confirm and click OK. Now I've inserted all of the text for this slide, but it doesn't pop because the background color is too similar to the text. We already created a nice gradient on the slide above, so we copy it by selecting it and clicking on Command-C if you're using Mac, or Control-C if you're using Windows. And paste it on top of the slide by clicking on the Command-V button if you're using Mac, and the Control-V button if you're using Windows. We need the color dark, so with the shape selected, we head over to the gradient area, select the swatches, changing the color to black, and fine-tuning the gradient. Then we select the text, go to Arrange, and click on Move to Front to place the text over the transparent layer. And now our text is more visible. We can also modify the colors, saturation, temperature, and transparency of an image under the last tab in the Format Picture area. Just remember that the image needs to be selected to apply any type of effect or modification to it. There are lots of other ways that you can modify photos and create nice layouts. You can add shadows the same way we did for the shapes and the logo. Add lines. And modify the line thickness, look, and color. You can also add reflections. And make the edges soft and blurry. You have several different types of soft edges to choose from. Or you can add a glow and change the color by clicking on the paint bucket. Here, under Artistic Effects, you can apply lots of cool filters to your images. Let's have a look at a few. You can also paste images inside a specific shape. Just make sure that you're in the Picture Format window. Select the image, click on Crop to Shape, and lots of different shapes appears. Click on the one you like, and your image is immediately placed inside. I usually import sketches into PowerPoint in a JPEG, PNG, or PDF format. Just remember that you can't drag and drop sketches directly from Illustrator, so you need to export them like we did with the logo before you bring them into PowerPoint. Then you can either drag and drop them onto a slide, or go up to Picture, click on Picture from File, and select them. A presentation needs to be juicy and inspiring. This is your chance to show and make a successful impact with your portfolio, project, or new collection. So just placing scanned sketches of hand drawings without any effects or manipulations done to them. They can look boring and basic, like this one. To create a more interesting composition, we'll divide the sketches and move them around a bit. Since the background color of the sketch file is white, it might overlap the drawings when putting them close together. And that we don't want, so we go up to Color and select Set Transparent Color. Then we click on the image and the color we want to remove. And simsalabim, all of the white in the image has disappeared and become transparent. This technique is a great solution for some designs, images, and logos, but not for all. so you need to try and see what looks good in your presentation. To separate the shapes, we select the image, go up to Crop, and click on Crop to Shape, and select the shape that we want the design pasted into. To modify the selection, we right-click with the mouse and select Crop. And you can see that our shape now has an oval outline. We can modify it by clicking and dragging on the black shapes. And our sketch is constrained inside. To make the other sketch appear, we copy the first drawing by selecting it and pressing the Option key while dragging if using Mac, or the Ctrl and Shift keys if you're using Windows. Right-click with the mouse and select Crop again. Then we move the image to center the smaller drawing inside the shape, and resize the oval until it fits tightly around the sketch. It's nice to mix different media, so we pick the Kirschon logo, place it on the page, and then lighter by making it transparent in the Format Picture area. Then we add a reflection by clicking on the white dot next to distance. As a last step, we'll add text to accompany the sketches. We'll begin by typing in the words and then modify the font, color, size, and position until we're happy with it. The key to a successful design presentation or portfolio is to cure every detail, making each element an integral part of the design, including the text. It's also nice to mix media in terms of colors and sketches with different levels of definition. You can also animate your presentations in PowerPoint. Let's explore how. We'll begin by animating the first text, so we select it and click on Animations. Each green symbol in this bar creates different animation effects. And we'll select this one called Whip. You can see that a number 1 has appeared to the left of the text. This means that it's our first animation. Then we select the second text and give it a fade effect. And a number 2 has appeared next to the text. The order in which you pick your animations is the order in which they'll be animated. To see what it looks like, we click on Preview. The preview shows the animation quicker than they will be shown in the actual presentation, so don't worry about the speed of the movements here. Now we give the smallest design a bounce movement. The largest design a curve up, and the last one a pinwheel movement. And click on Preview. Now we select both text boxes. Go up to Exit Effects and pick Fade. Pick Bounce for the large design. float for the medium design. Pick bounce for the small one. To see what the animation actually will look like in the presentation, we go up to Slideshow and click on Play from Current Slide. If you'd like to play the presentation from the beginning, just click on Play from Start. To start the animation, you need to click on the spacebar and continue to click throughout the presentation. With each click, you trigger the animations in sequence. When you're done, click on the Escape, Exit, or End Show button on your keyboard. In this area to the right, you have an animation section, where all your animations and exit effects are listed under Play From. To change the sequence of the animations, you just click and drag the ones you want to change into the new position. The animations are marked in green and the exit effects in red. To delete an animation, you click on it and hit Delete. In this bar with the yellow symbols, you can animate your images or text in the middle of the presentation. Let's try the spin effect with the largest design. You can also modify the effects in the animations area. For example, we can set this fly in effect to come in from the top and change the duration. You can modify different effects in different ways, so the best is to select the ones you like, see which settings are available, and how changing them affects the animation. If you start to make an animation but can't find the animations area, you can make it appear by clicking on the number next to the element. To change an animation, you need to select it and click on another effect in the animations, middle or exit bars. You can easily export your presentation by going up to File, scroll down to Export, select the format you prefer, and click on Export. If you want to see an example, look at the handbooks in this course, which are all made in PowerPoint and exported in a PDF format.